Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Medasvi Commerce Classes. Yes, I know after a long back I'm posting a video today, but we are in the last problem in your dissolution. So this is little bit complicated problem with a more adjustment. So let me solve with this problem, and if you want me to solve any other problem, you please comment it so that I can solve that problem in the dissolution. So in my next videos, I'll move on to the next any 6 marks problems in your accountancy. Okay. So now before going to this problem, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel Medasvi Commerce Classes. Like and also share with your friends. So we'll move on to today's problem. Okay, Anita and Sunita are partners. There are two partners, Anita and Sunita, in a firm sharing profits and losses equally. Yes, we all know that equally in the sense 1:1. They agreed to dissolve their firm on 31st/3/23. On their date of balance sheet was as follows on that date. So they have given few assets, few liabilities and few adjustments also they have given in the problem. So a little bit complicated adjustment, that is which one? Anita took over the investment, second adjustment, as well as the last adjustment, Anita agreed to bear the realization expenses. So in the previous video, we have discussed with the procedure what we have to follow if the realization expenses is paid by the partner, right? The same thing we have, I have included in this problem also. So we'll just go through with this problem and solve with this, problem. So now, as we all know that we have few steps which we have to follow while preparing your dissolution. So first steps in the realization account, we'll just go through with that. Step 1, record all the assets to the debit side of your realization account. Hope you people remember it. All the assets whatever given here, that should be recorded in the debit side of your realization account. So now we'll go with one by one assets. We'll just record all the assets except, as we all know that, except cash at bank. Yes, cash at bank should not be recorded. Cash at bank should not be recorded. Stock, yes, it should be recorded. Investment. And coming to the debtors, which I have already told to you, when there is a PBD, take the debtors inner amount column to the debit side and PBD towards to the credit side. Okay. And building, yes, you have to record it. Furniture, you have to record it. Now we'll just go with recording one by one towards your debit side. It is gonna start with 2 stock. We'll take it to the outer column. 2 stock 40,000. Next 2 debtors. 2 debtors. 2 debtors, I've told you have to take the inner amount column amount, and then 2 buildings. Okay, we have left out with the investment. 2 investments. 2 investments. Investments 20,000. Next, 2 buildings. 2 buildings 60,000. 2 furniture. 2 furniture 14,000. Yes, now we have recorded all the assets towards your debit side, and after recording the asset itself, if you have a PBD or RBD, you please take it to the credit side because you may forget while recording this. So before we go to the next step, we'll just record the PBD also. By PBD, we'll take it to the outer column, that is 2,000. Okay, fine. Now we'll come to the second step. We have a second step over here, that is record all the external liabilities to the credit side of the realization account except general reserve, reserve fund, P&L account, partners loan and the capitals. So we'll take one by one liabilities. What are the liabilities we have to take? We'll just mark it. Yes, creditors should be recorded, bills payable as, and we know that partner's loan should not be taken. See, I've told you, apart from the partner, any person loan is given, whether it is a husband's loan or spouse loan or wife's loan, or it may be a bank loan, any other third party's loan. Every loan should be taken in your realization account except the partner's loan. Partner's loan will go to the bank account or cash account. Okay. Now we have 2 loans here. Anita is a partner, so we are not going to record Anita's loan. Vanita is not a partner here. She is a third party, so we'll record her loan, and reserve fund should not be recorded because it will be taken to the partner's capital account, and capital should not be considered. 3 items we have to record it. We'll just go one by one. Creditors 20,000 by by creditors 20,000, by bills payable 6,000, by Vanita's loan 5,000. That's all. We have taken everything, creditors, bills payable and Vanita's loan. Now we have completed with the second step. We'll move on to the third step. What is the step number 3? Sell all the assets in the credit side by seeing the adjustments. Okay, we'll just go through with the adjustments and we'll sell all the assets one by one towards your credit side. But before going to that, as we all know that if we have a cash at bank here, you should write it as by bank account. If you have a cash in hand, you write it as cash account. Okay, ma'am, what if both the information is given in the problem? If both the information is given in the problem, you always take a bank account only. Usually these transactions will happen through a bank only. So we'll just take a bank account if both the information is available. Okay, now we'll just write by bank account. By bank account, we'll just sell one by one assets over here by seeing the information. The assets were realized as follows. Stock rupees 39,000. Okay, stock we have sold for 39,000. We'll just record it. Stock, take it to the inner column, 39,000. And then debtors rupees 25,600. Okay, debtors 25,600. Okay, and then buildings rupees 66,000. I think you are observing we are writing all the amounts in the adjustment. Okay, buildings rupees, buildings how much? 66,000. Okay, fine. Now you see, you have to record all this. Stock, okay, we have recorded. Debtors we have recorded, buildings we have recorded. We are left out with the investment and the furniture. We'll just see what happened over here. This is very important adjustment. Just look into it. Anita took over 50% of the investment. This is very important. See, what is the total value of the investment? The value of the investment is 20,000, in which 50% is taken over by Anita. That is 20,000 into 50%. That is 10,000 is taken over by Anita. Okay, remaining what happened? At 10% less on its book value, and the remaining investments were sold at a gain of 20%. See, in 20,000, 10,000, that is 50% is taken over by Anita, and remaining we have sold. Remaining is how much? Remaining is another 50%. That is another 20,000 we have sold at a gain of 20%. Gain in the sense you should add it. Less in the sense you should minus it. So we'll just go through here. We'll just record it because we have sold that investment. In the bracket, I'll just mention it as 20,000 into 50% equals 10,000 plus 20%. I think you are understanding this calculation. That is, out of 20,000, 50% is taken over by Anita. So remaining is 50%, that is 10,000, plus we have sold at a gain of 20%. Okay, so 10,000 plus 20%, which comes to 12,000. So we'll just take it here in the investment, 12,000. Hope you people understood this adjustment. Now come to the next one. So furniture, what about the furniture? Furniture was taken over by Sunita. Okay, fine. We have completed everything. We'll just total this and we'll take it to the outer column here. So we'll just take the total to the outer column. So when we total all these things, we will get 1,42,600. Okay, fine. We'll just write 1,42,600. Okay, we have completed. Now come here below this. So we have Anita's took over investment 50%. Furniture was taken over by Sunita. We'll just record both the things by Anita's capital account Anita's capital account. See, I have told you, 50% was taken over by Anita. That is again 20,000 into 50% equals 10,000, and she has took over at a less than the book value, 10%. Less in the sense I have told you, minus 10%. Okay, which comes to minus 10% is 9,000. Next we have by Sunita's capital account. Sunita's capital account. Furniture was taken over by Sunita at 12,000. So, we will directly take 12,000 over here. Hope you people understood all this adjustment. Yes, very important adjustment is investment. I hope you people understood this. Now come to this side. We will just pay all the liabilities. Again write by bank account. By bank account, liabilities paid. Is paid. We'll just pay one by one liabilities. We'll just go here. They have not given any information about the liabilities in your adjustment. It is nothing but we have paid all the liabilities at its book value except your PBD. PBD is not a liability. It is a loss which has incurred to you people that cannot be recovered here. So, no need to write it here. You just write all these things by, creditors. Creditors, take it to the inner column. It is 20,000. Bills payable. Bills payable 6,000. Vanita's loan. Vanita's loan 5,000. Okay, we'll just add all these things and we'll take it to the outer column, which comes to 31,000. Okay, now we have completed this. We came to the last step. That is, what is the last step? Pay the realization or dissolution expenses in the debit side. So here the thing is that Anita is bearing all the realization expenses. See, if firm is paying the realization expenses, keep it in your mind. You should write it as by bank account. But if partner is paying any realization expenses, you have to write the name of the partner who is paying the realization expenses. I think you got it. So who is paying here? Anita is paying realization expenses. We'll just write it as by Anita's capital account. So how much she is paying realization expense? See here, they have given two amounts. For the service, Anita is paid rupees 2,600. But the realization expenses are 2,000. I told you while explaining this type of problem in the previous video, when any partner is paying the realization expenses for that service, how much you are paying to that partner, that should be considered as the realization expenses. Actual realization expenses should not be taken into consideration. So here 2,600 you have to write. So we'll just go here and we'll just write 2,600. Okay. Fine. Now we have completed with all the adjustments. We'll just total it and we'll just check whether we have earned a profit or incurred a loss. So here this side it is 1,95,600. I'll write it on the top here. 1,95,600. Okay. We'll just total here. Here it is 1,96,600. I'll just write it on the top. 1,96,600. Now you can check which side it is more. Yes, obviously your credit side is more here. Write the total on both the sides. 1,96,600. 1,96,600. 1,96,600 minus 1,95,600, that is 1,000 rupees, will be distributed to the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So here by, if your credit side is more, then it is a profit. By profit transfer to transferred to, we'll just go below that. Who is a first partner? Anita. Anita equals 1000 into, they are sharing equally, right? So it is nothing but 1 by 2, which comes to 500 rupees. Sunita equals 1000 into 1 by 2, again which comes to 500 rupees. Okay, fine. We have completed with the realization account. Now we'll move on to the next account. Wherever we have written bank, we'll just highlight it because it will be useful for us to do the bank account. Okay, the amount also we'll just highlight it. Fine. So now we'll move on to the partners capital account. As you all know that the partners capital account, 1 minute, I'll just change the name of the partners here. Okay, fine. The partners capital account, first we'll record the capitals of the partners that will be given in your balance sheet. It will be taken to the credit side of your partners capital account by balance brought down. We'll just see what are the capitals of both the partners. Anita, it is 50,000. Again, Sunita is also 50,000. We'll just record it 50,000 and 50,000. After this, first record the, in the realization account, you have got a profit or loss. We have got a profit. Profit will be recorded in the credit side. If we get a loss, loss will be taken to the debit side. So it is profit. We'll just write it here by realization account. Account. So how much is the profit? As we all know, 500 and 500 equally we have divided. And after this, you see any reserve fund or general reserve is given. Yes, reserve fund is given in the problem. Reserve fund will come to the credit side of your realization account. We'll just take it here by reserve fund. So reserve fund is how much? It is 30,000. Again, it should be divided in 1:1 ratio. That is 30,000. Comma, we'll just take it as 1:1. If we divide it in the 1:1 ratio, it will be of 15,000 and 15,000. Next, you see any partner have taken over any assets. Yes, we have already recorded here. See, wherever there is a name of a person, all that things should be recorded in the partner's capital account. Okay. See here, Anita has took over some investment. We have recorded here, that is in the credit side. So it will come to the debit side. To realization account. See here, I am just recording it as assets took over. Assets took over because Anita has taken investment and Sunita has taken furniture, right? So we'll write it as like this: 9,000 Anita and Sunita 12,000. Okay. Now, who has paid the realization expenses? Anita has paid the realization expenses. If partner is paying, it will come to the partner's capital account. So here we have recorded in the debit side. So that will be recorded in the credit side by realization account. Realization expenses. So who has paid? Anita has paid. How much is the realization expenses? 2,600. Okay. Now we'll just total it and we'll check. This side here you have okay, 68,100. We'll write it here, 68,100, and here we have 65,500. 65,500. We'll just write this total on both the sides. Okay, from this total we'll just minus this 9,000 and we'll write the amount here, that is 59,100. Here if we minus 12,000, it is 53,500. We'll just write it as to bank account. To bank account. Okay. The bracket, if we want, we'll just mention it as B bar F. B bar F stands for balancing figure. Okay. Now we'll move on to the bank account. We'll go with one by one amount in the bank account. First, we'll take the balance which is given in the balance sheet, cash at bank 6,000 towards your debit side. To balance brought down 6,000. Now come here in the realization account, where and all we have a bank, we'll just record it in your bank account. If it is there in the debit side, it will go to the credit side. If it is there in the credit side, it will come to the debit side. So in the debit side, you can see here by bank account is there. So it will go to the credit side, that is liabilities paid 31,000. We'll just take it here by realization account. Liabilities paid liabilities paid, how much it is, we have just seen now 31,000. Now again come this side, here we have bank account again, that is 1,42,600. It is there in the credit side, so it will come to the debit side to realization account. We'll just write it as assets realized, that is 1,42,600. 42,600. Okay, now you just see in your realization account, anywhere can you see bank? No, that's all, we have entered everything. Now come to the balance sheet. Any partner's loan is there, first you take it. We have Anita's loan. Anita is a partner, 5,000. We'll just record it here by Anita's loan account. How much? We have just seen now 5,000. Okay, next after that, now come to the partner's capital account. Here you can see bank, it is there in the debit side, so it will come to the credit side. We'll record one by one by Anita's capital account, that is we have to pay 59,100 to Anita, and by Sunita's capital account 53,500. Fine, we have recorded everything. We'll just check whether it is getting tally or not. Here it is 1,48,600. When we see it here it is 1,48,600. See, very simple, 1,48,600, 1,48,600. That's it. Hope you people don't have any doubt in this. The thing only which you have to keep it in your mind is your second adjustment, how we have to solve this. This problem is little bit important. Please keep, you just practice this problem. If anybody have any doubt in this problem, you please comment me at any particular, point. If you have not understood, I'll just give the reply to your comment. Okay, next we'll move on to the next topic. Until then, you just practice this problem. Stay tuned to my channel. Bye bye.